Hello, everyone, and welcome to an energy read for the month of June. It's lovely to be here with you. So, let's just see what the energy for the month ahead is like for us. So I want you to take your time to pick up a pile. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And then can start reading each pile to see what energies are represented. So let me just show you the cards. Okay, so those of you who chose pile 1, let's just see what the cards show for us. So I'll just put this up here. So first, we start with the energy of love. Wow, that's quite the start. It's very interesting. When I was like putting the cards down, I was really thinking of the color yellow, funnily enough, with the color blue, how they seem to be quite important cards for this pile, for all of them actually, when I was doing, and maybe it's because that's the back of it as well, blue and yellow, I don't know, but I kept on seeing yellow and blue. We've got the energy of love. Wow, that's a powerful way to start the month. So this is indicating that there's a lot of love coming into your life at this moment and in this month. You will start experiencing, maybe it's already sort of come through and it's just something, it's more of it is pouring through in the month of June. So the energy of love is coming in to get your attention and to kind of really, in a way, bless you in your life at this moment. So this doesn't have to be a romantic love, by the way. It can be all about self-love and the way you're kind of loving on your friends, the way your friends are loving on you, your family. So this is the energy of love, and not just in a romantic context, right? So this is a month for you to experience, enjoy, celebrate love, and just be in the vibration of love. So there's a sort of indication that there's going to be a heightening of the vibration, and it's going to be an opportunity for you to enjoy it. I want to see more cards because it's going to give us more of a clarification. So tell us more about this energy of love. Okay, well, it might just be a romantic love for some people, actually, because we've got here a man holding a coin. Look at that. It's so interesting, actually, because I've got this very coin right now. I found it in my drawer. How funny is this? He's holding this coin. Geez. Interesting. So we've got the energy of man holding a coin. Now, the coin is the pentacle in the tarot deck, which is all about the sort of somebody making a solid offer, somebody who really means what they're bringing forward, whatever kind of like offer of love. This is an offer of love from a man. And whatever that offer is tangible. So it's real, right? So you know, if we had water, it would be an emotional offer. It's great. But when you get the coin, it's like a grounded offer, something that is rooted and something that is meant, and it's kind of, it has a practical component to it. So there's a very handsome man here who is, bringing an offer of love to someone, and it's a very lovely offer. And I want to pick more cards to see where this is going to. Diving for light. We also have the twin flame. Also, some people say it's a twin flame number. Diving for light. Interesting. Let me see. So here we've got the energy of kind of water, which is emotions. We've got also the, do you know a very interesting fact about seahorses is that the male is the one that gives birth. Did you know that? And you can go on YouTube and see them giving birth. It's pretty amazing, actually. So it's the male that gives birth. I don't know what the significance of this, but you know, we've got a lot of like also emotional energy of water, and the energy of like, for me, this is kind of like the energy of wisdom, the green, and spiritual energy. So there's a sense of like there's a connection on a spiritual dimension with this person, and the connection that you might be experiencing if that person hasn't come into your life. It's very interesting. And but also it's interesting, the message of diving for light. So what is this signifying? Maybe there's a sense that there's more kind of diving in that needs to take place to gain more insight about the situation. And for whoever's picking this pile to really kind of really connect with the emotional landscape of this, and to really feel, I guess, grounded in it, because maybe this can feel a bit of a surprise, and it can really kind of catch us by surprise, and not quite sure how to respond to it. So there's this sense of like, can you see this woman, like she has a bit of a serious look, and she's like, it's interesting because he comes all very kind of, look at him, all kind of, you know, attractive and looking very seductive, and almost like this woman, yeah, well, I'm not sure what to make of you yet, you know? And there's this sense of like diving for light to gain the answers and understand more about this person, and, you know, what they're about, who they are, what they're really meant, you know, what they're really about, and what they're meant to be bringing into her life. You know, this woman, she's a feminine woman, obviously, you know, but I find it's very interesting. She has this interesting kind of masculine, and I don't know, I'm just getting the seahorse and the masculine giving birth and the significance. Maybe you can share some light on that, your insight, but how you reading this here. But there's a sense that, you know, she wants to feel this sense of like balance, like she wants to feel balance in this, and she wants to kind of really understand it for what it is. And that, yeah, kind of diving into the ocean and your emotional landscape to really understand what that means for you, whatever that means, you know, how to process that information. But there's some kind of really solid offer coming through for someone, somebody who seems to mean it, you know. But again, you know, these are just kind of starting points. I just want to see the clarifying card, which we have the Lenormand card. I love clarifying the ending of readings with this. This is the man on a horse. Let me just read this, guys, because I want to dive into this message properly. Okay, so we've got, so this card suggests news that have been awaited. They are now on the way, and as a lucky card, the news is nearly always good. The writer himself is a gentleman, so the bearer of the news should also be someone with good manners and a kindly countenance. Even if the news itself is not completely happy, the card somehow promises that once out in the open, everything else begins to improve. Because of the active nature of this card, it sometimes symbolizes a stirring up of dead events. It says what it means next to different cards. Next to the heart, it reads a renewal of your love. I guess we have it next to the offer. So it also says occasionally this card could be a person, not someone you love, but literally a figure offering help, a knight in shining armor who helps move things on your life. It's always positive, a bright card. Guys, this is like the knight in shining armor coming in to give you an offer. Can you see how much green there is? There's green, blue, there's the wisdom of the yellow. We've got the green, which is the spiritual kind of energy, and the fertility also, you know. It's so interesting. This is a very interesting read. For whoever picked pile 1, does this resonate for you? I would love to know. And if this situation hasn't happened for somebody, it could be coming in more in the month of June. So bear that in mind. Beautiful start to the reads. Okay, so let's move to pile 2. Okay, so welcome to those who picked number 2, the pile number 2. Let's just see what the energies are for the month of June for you. We've got the energy of assistance. Okay, so somebody calling in assistance, or the, I guess the sort of invitation to ask for more help at this point in time in your life. if you might feel that you need it. If it's a work project, it could be that you're actually invited to, you know, get somebody to help you, maybe a virtual assistant or somebody who can really do some bits and bobs. Maybe it is that you are investing in some help in the month of June. You're working with a coach or somebody, a trusted mentor, perhaps a therapist. Maybe it is that it's time to ask for help from your spouse, from your family members, having a bit of a conversation and an opportunity. I guess what I'm getting with this is that, you know, maybe we've been strong a little bit too long for too long on our own, and we've been a little bit too used to doing things by ourselves. And this is an opportunity this month to actually not continue doing so in that way, but ask for help. Just say what's really going on and really let people know we don't have everything, we don't have it all together. And sometimes we just need that assistance to help us kind of with whatever we've got going on. So this is a great time, great month for us to really call in some help. Let's just see the clarifying card. Angel of Strength. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. You know, so this woman has been strong for too long. You know, she's been carrying her weights and she knows how to do it and do it really well. She's a lioness, you know, she has that kind of like sovereignty of the lion, you know, who's the king of the jungle, like, you know, queen of the jungle as well. So there's been, you know, she's been sort of an earth angel and she's been doing her work in the world and really showing up. And you know, you can tell from her face, she's a very strong individual, somebody who's just knows how to do it. And yet somehow, you know, look, you know, this shows, it's interesting, there's all this wisdom around her. And look at the assistance, it shows us there's wisdom in asking for help, you know, the yellow color, there's wisdom in asking for help and knowing that there's a space for that, even for the very strong ones, you know, those of us who just know how to show up and do it. But we don't have to do it all alone. We don't have to be that lioness that always, like, you know, does it by herself. And even the king or the queen of the jungle, you know, they have the all these other animals. They are in a pack and they are part of a community and they have people to help, that they can be helped by, you know. So there's this opportunity and a reminder in the month of June to just kind of like, yes, great, we know that you can be this queen of strength, and don't be scared to ask for assistance. Don't like do everything alone. Say what's on your mind. Sometimes assistance is also like really about voicing what's going on for us and just really being able to say, we need this, you know, something, whatever her life is showing us right now, it's showing us that we don't, you know, we've been doing this solo for too long. It's okay to have some support around the way we do things. The word wants to be written. Nice. Okay, so is this, it could be like this assistance is around something that's being kind of put into written form. It could be a project you're putting together, like a coaching program. I know I'm assisting some women with that at the moment. It could be around, you know, things needing to be journaled through. Journaling will help you really understand more where perhaps you need more of that assistance and what's really going on, and where maybe you're making yourself a little bit like, you know, you're holding on to your strength too much. So it's like really letting it all out and really allowing yourself to kind of see what's going on. You know, we have the third eye opening here. We've got the butterflies, which are a symbol of transformation. And obviously that sort of beautiful spiritual energy in the purple. And, you know, the butterfly in her heart. So there's a sense of like really kind of something needs to be transformed here, you know. Look how, in a way, interesting those cards are. We have this very like what the world sees as this outwardly very kind of strong and solid, kind of grounded, sovereign woman. And on the inside, we also have this very kind of mystical being that kind of in a way is connecting through with the divine and kind of like, you know, maybe that assistance is also from the divine, you know, that ask for that divine assistance, for that divine wisdom and insight that's going to really illuminate things where things are for you right now. Because we are not meant to do things alone, really. We are meant to be there to support one another in whatever capacity that feels right, okay? Either in your work capacity, through friendships of, friends, and we have the Sun card. I'm going to read what the book says. This is a wonderful card heralding optimistic outcomes. We've had this last month as well in one of the piles. I don't remember which one. I think it was second or third. This is a wonderful card heralding optimistic outcomes. This means the sun shines on your affairs, whatever they may be. So it's kind of almost like inviting, this is kind of the result of you asking for that assistance. Whatever that is, whatever the thing that needs to be communicated, whatever it is you're coming into insight about, this is going to bring, once you share it, once you voice it, once you ask for it, there's going to be a positive outcome. It says here that besides the heart or ring, this is a... Sorry, guys, my battery died, so I had to come back to the reading. So yes, I was talking about, I guess we were closing the second pile reading, which was all about the fact that the sun trumps every other card and it illuminates positively the result of what's to come once you kind of, I guess, that, you step into that energy of assistance, and you call it in, and, it will turn out good. So maybe it's that you have already asked for that help, that assistance before June, and maybe the month of June is all about that coming in for you, and that being that sort of transformation that we see here with the butterflies, you kind of stepping into that energy of like, kind of, I guess, transforming that kind of like, sort of like you being so much in your self-reliant self, just really kind of being the sovereign woman that never asks for help or knows how to extend beyond herself. So maybe the month of June is more about the transformation that's happening as this is coming in more. And as you start to go into those conversations about what's really needed, what you need in order to thrive, or in order to do the best that you can in your life, in your affairs, in your work, in your family, all that kind of stuff. And again, it's gonna be a good result, that direction that you're taking, because for some it's not necessarily about the conversation, but it's about a new direction and mindset, a new way of being that you're taking on board. It looks like you will start seeing the results and how empowering that feels and how good that feels, and in a way the strength that you embody, it doesn't diminish. You'll see it actually becomes more, because it's more kind of multidimensional and a little bit more dynamic, and it's a little bit more kind of nuanced. It's not about just the strength, it's also about the capacity to receive and allow to yourself to receive. So beautiful reading for pile 2. I hope this feels empowering. Let me know if that's the pile you picked and if that resonates for you, and I will see you again next month for the month in July. Let's now go to pile 3. Welcome, pile 3, to your energy reading for the month of June. Let's just see what the cards hold for you, starting with the energy of worthy. Wow, that's quite a powerful way to start the month. Now, I really feel a lot of energy coming out of this card. It feels very like much pulling me down into the earth, like really grounded energy. And I love how he holds pretty much most of the colors of the chakras here. It feels very much grounded into your base chakra, into your root, that sense of worthiness. And of course, the solar plexus, which is all connected to that power of, it's a power center, and where we experience a sense of self-worth. And I really feel this is going to be a very strong energy for you in the month of June, but kind of like already that's kind of going to feel a lot stronger than before, and that's going to be pouring through in whatever things you're doing. I feel that this is more about you feeling into the energy of like self-worth feels in good flow as opposed to the lack of it. I don't experience that. I feel like this is just saying that this is going to be the energy you're going to be experiencing a lot more. And it's going to feel really good. You know, I want to see the other cards that we have for this. We've got the energy of victory. Nice. Now, it's great because, you know, obviously our sense of self-worth really helps us kind of experience the victory we want. And I'm really getting, this is less about, oh, because you experience victory, you'll feel self-worthy. You know, no, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken, as far as I'm concerned. But I really feel like this is what's leading to victory, you know. So whatever it is this month that you're focusing on, it could be a work project, a launch, new thing you're putting out there, you know, that this is connected to your sense of self-worth. So in a way, rather than waiting the external world, the results of your project to show you who you are, let the who you are determine and bring this. And I'm really getting very strongly that that's the kind of message here, that this is what's bringing this, not the other way around, right? Because so much when we're stepping out in our life, when we step up and we're stepping out with our gifts or whatever it is we're doing, we kind of like, we can be in that process of expecting too much the external validation, to the external circumstances to validate our internal inner world, you know, in our emotional life. So, and I feel very strongly this is telling us, no, this is what's leading to that. So I really love that. I love how both of them feel very peaceful, like these energies. This feels extremely grounded and powerful, like really strong. And this feels more, I guess, a little bit more kind of mystical and etheric. There's a little bit of that sort of old ancient kind of vibe here, because this is a symbol that you see a lot in Greek mythology. So there's the divine feminine going within and you know, in a way connecting to a sense of self-worth that's there deeply rooted in her. Yet it's interesting because the world sees something very ethereal and something kind of very like light or kind of mystical, but look how grounded she is into that sense of self-worth for those dreams she's materializing to come through and to become a victory, you know. And I think it's a really beautiful coherence with those two cards. You know, they feel very different. Like this feels more air and spirit. This feels more earthy, to me at least, but very powerful energy. But they work really beautifully together. I want to see what more comes from this card. What you want, yes. So I love this. This is a really powerful message on vibrational law. Essentially, you know, again, like we said, what comes first, the chicken or the egg, or, you know, so it's really our vibrational energy and what's going on within that attracts the victor, right? We become matched with that we know we are worthy of. So if there is a lack, you know, it becomes harder to attract the victory. That's why I was saying, like, I really felt this is like more the predominant energy that is in a way influencing everything else, as opposed to being influenced by external circumstances. And you're being told here that, reminded here that, yeah, you know, what it is you're desiring, according to the law of assumption in law of attraction, is essentially saying, expect it to be done. It's yours already. So the victory is yours, because victory, if you want victory, it also wants you. So you might as well be kind of confident about it, really connected to your self-worth, about what you're calling in right now, and just let it come to you. Let it, you know, be victorious. The project you're working on, the conversation you're about to have, the relationship you're desiring and you're working on. So whatever those elements are, you know, it's, if you are wanting this, it's wanting you too. And it really is all coming back to the root, which is all about your sense of self-worth. When we are connected to it, we know not only what we want, but if it is deserving of us, you know, how high we get to aim, how big we get to dream, and how much that victory is going to, I guess, be the thing that we want, right? So you're being reminded here that this is an inside job. What you want wants you. So as you know that it wants you, it's just a matter of time before it finds you. But what really matters is that not only you're connected to your self-worth, but you also have that sense of clarity. And, you know, you can tell she's going within, she's connecting, she knows what is of essence and importance to her, you know, because to be victorious of something, you know, some things will be more important to us than others, right? So be intentional, I guess, is what I'm getting a sense with this. Be intentional about what you're desiring, because it's coming to you. You're experiencing victory in the month of June, and that's because of the inner work you've been doing. And this is coming to you with a lot of clarity. It's already there in your vibrational field. Just let it in. And look at that. I mean, beautiful, eh? It's like, again, you know, and it's funny because we had the stone, the crystal that was sitting there with those cards was actually the rose quartz, if I remember well. I had moved it earlier. And in essence, we're being kind of reminded that it's an inside job of self-love, right? So you can see the connection with all those things. So we've got the victory, worthiness, what you want wants you. There's a love in the situation. Okay, let me also read with the Lenormand. I like reading the details that I might miss. So we've got, okay, this is a card every young person likes to see. It indicates, of course, love. It's a happy card. And if well supported, suggests good omens in your personal life. So if this is in relation to a personal matter, this is a very positive thing. I think this, if anything, kind of really reinforces what I was talking about. It all starts with the self-worth. So the inside work that we've done will really show, you know, will reflect on the victory you get to experience. So you will experience victory. And I really get this, that for this month of June, there's victory for you on this. And again, there's this thing that, you know, we manifest through the heart, right? Like our heart is the manifestation sort of space and factory, I call it, because it's where we become magnetic. It's very powerful. And it really, that's where the kind of like our desires land. So we manifest through the desire. We don't manifest through our mind. The mind is important component to it, but this is what really creates the manifestation, the heart space. And our sense of self-worth will really strengthen the desire, which leads to the victory. And this is just the reminder of what this vibrational kind of law is about. So have fun in the month of June, because you're calling it in and it's coming, the victory you want to experience in personal or professional life, your projects, your relationship you're calling in, whatever. It's looking good, guys. I'm not going to lie. So really have fun, enjoy this energy, have a really beautiful month. And I will speak to you soon, everyone. Let me know how your readings went. I would love to know. Just before you go, listen to the next bit, because I want to tell you a little bit about my membership, the Oracles Lounge, which is a one-to-one psychic membership for people on the go. I've got some really cool things to reflect on from the month so far, the first month of my launch with it. So all right, then. So, guys, I want to tell you a little bit about the Oracles Lounge, which launched last month, and to invite you, for those of you who might resonate, who might want to experience it, either for a month or 2 months or 3 or 4. It only goes for up to 4 months. You can have that experience. I'd love to be able to be your guide in that way. So we launched last month, and all the women that have taken part so far that are on it, they're doing incredibly well with it. Like, I'm really amazed to see how fast the acceleration has been. A lot of them have come on with some real practical stuff, projects, businesses, programs they're putting together, lives they're sorting out. And I was amazed to see, because of the nature of it, how quickly we cut to the chase, and how good they are to take fast, to implement fast, and really get going, really hone into it, and really get focused. So as part of the Oracles Lounge, you get a one-to-one Voxer sort of support from me, where every week we get to focus on either one question or one topic. you know, and you can really get some guidance from me on a psychic level, on a purely coaching level, on a combination of all. You can also use it for accountability, or if you want just some space holding for stuff that's going on with you. We are addressing everything from health to business to personal life, relationships, anything and everything. And because it doesn't have a contract, or live calls or anything like that, literally you can come in for a month if you want, or for 4 months. So the first 2 months are £44 per month. The remaining 2 months are £88 per month. And then that's it. That's the end of the support, because I really want to give you that boost to kind of hone into the areas where you need right now without the high ticket. Normally, my private one-off session is £333. The packages I have are over 3K for 4 months work on a one-to-one. And of course, you know, for those who want to work in a group capacity, that's £1,500. And, you know, I wanted to do something for those who don't want the longer container and just want to go straight on a one-to-one with me through Voxer. So we won't spend obviously the same time we would spend on a one-to-one session. But guys, there's so much implementation. So far, we've had in 1 week, this woman was like, I channeled, you know, she was asking me, we channeled together like this program that she's doing, like, and the particular kind of focus of her program, like with such clarity, was incredible. Another one is kind of like got a lot of clarity around her packages and what she's meant to be doing. Another one is also really focused, really got super clear on her ideal client and who she's meant to be, who she's aligned to work with, and how she's supposed to work with them. That's all in 1 month, right? In just even a week, in a matter of a week. Another one is really going deep diving into her business with the support that she's getting from this, and really the accountability and the kind of focused space that I'm holding for her to really clarify certain things, and my business coaching support. And another one is kind of going through, navigating through personal kind of stuff that's really helping her get the support and clarity she needs to address some stuff in her relationship. Another one has been really kind of in the early stages of her business, and she's getting clarity about how she's meant to work and how she's not meant to work, what she's more in alignment. It's just been amazing to get the feedback. Somebody's just starting now a launch of a paid challenge. This is getting people booked. We're looking at what she's going to upsell it for. So it's really actually a lot more deep the support than I expected it would be, and what people can get. But also the thing I love the most is how good they are at implementing, taking it forward, you know. And it just doesn't have all the extra jazziness of the kind of group stuff and calls and PDFs and all that. But it's like, it actually ends up being really focused, and it's worked really beautifully so well. So if you do want to come on board on this, there are spaces. PM me or message me below, comment below this video, and just know that there's spaces. You could only come for 1 month if you wanted. If you want like a little bit of that fire in your belly to kind of to reignite it, if you feel like you've lost a sense of like what you're doing. And the psychic channeling, it really takes it to another level, guys, because coaching support is great, but when you have a psychic channel to really hone into your issue and your personal situation, I wouldn't know that myself as a coach, but I know it as a psychic channel. So, and I love to see how resonant the information has been for women, and how it's like really, they've had those aha moments. So I'm really excited that this is happening. If that resonates for you, you can come on board for 1 month, 2 months, 3 or 4. And it's one-to-one on Voxer, so you don't do group stuff. Plus, you get every week, you get an oracle card that we're clarifying on the basis of the work we're doing, which is very grounding. You also get a monthly healing session, like I send an audio for you. We explore different themes every time. And you also get like, like once a month, somebody gets to get a gift, which I won't tell them until I guess we're going to announce the winner. Every month, somebody gets to win something. And it varies every time. So it's very exciting. It's really fun. I'm enjoying running it. The women seem to enjoy receiving the support. And it starts as little as £44, which is like a no-brainer, really. and really far from the prices I normally charge. So I'm going to leave it there for now. You'll reach out to me if you feel that you would like that support. Lots of love from me now, and I will speak to you next month. Take care.